attention. I dislike Wally World. I don't like supporting the place. But at the same time, you in the time I was away going around to all these other stores that no longer um, sell what the products we need because they closed for one reason or the other. Mainly because big box stores open, even the ease of acquiring what you need. Um, the dog food. People shop here, and I'm guilty of it too. When I started shopping at these places, I didn't realize that the damage they did to small business. Um, dog food is this way. I didn't. I didn't realize the damage they did, and now it's kind of too late. It's too late to recover from it. What is real? It's real. It's really real, right? What's real is this virus is definitely real. People say it's not, but it is. But it's not what you think. It's not what we have been led to believe it is. It's not what my buddy Jamie was in the hospital for. It's not what my buddy Kevin died over. That's not the true VI.RUS. The real one is these fuckers that continue to do the shit that they are told to do for no other reason than they are told to do it. I'm dumbfounded by it, especially the men. Women, I get it. Not saying nothing bad about you women, but I get it. Like there's women need guidance sometimes. Like in my house, for instance, my wife will never call the cops. Ever. You know why? Because I have made it very clear as the man of the house that we don't call cops. Period. For any reason, we don't call the police. So my wife doesn't do that. She also doesn't wear face diapers. If she wanted to, she wouldn't in my house. If she wouldn't, why she was with me. So a big part of what's going on is the lack of men in this country. That's part of that's the virus. The lack of men. There's a lot of males. There's a lot of swinging dicks. Not very many men. Because if there was, you wouldn't see these, Dianne Feinsteins and Nancy Pelosi's trying to rule over the world and mandate shit. New York is now allowing non-residents to vote. And everybody looks at this like it's a bad thing. All you patriots out there want you motherfuckers to get together, roll your ass to New York around voting time, and vote us out of this. I mean, if non-residents can vote in New York now, let's get it. Let's do it. Let's all take a trip. Let's get 500,000 people to swing the vote. Because that's what they're really trying to do. I mean, the political voting system doesn't matter. It really doesn't, in my belief, especially now when they do shit like this. But let's use their own rules against them. That's the only way we're going to win this. Using their rules against them. What's their rules? Cheat, steal, rob, violence. That's their rules. I'm not calling for violence. I don't like violence. But eventually that's what it's going to boil down to is people being violent. I picked a really bad time to do this because now I got to look up a filter number. I'm sorry. But we need more men in this country to stand up and set these women straight and set themselves straight. 2003. My bad. I got to look this up real quick. I should have waited. I didn't think about this when I was doing the live stream. We're getting ready to do the live stream. HIJK, I'll go P. No, wait, see. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think what I'm getting an oil filter for, and I hate these books. They normally have a little digital thing that you can use because these books, people tear the pages out of them and shit, and you can never find what you need. At least I can't. But we're seeing, there's you hear people talk about tipping points, right? So if you look at a tipping point as a teeter top, and you are on one side and tyranny is a ball on the other side. When you are the closest to the ground, tyranny picks up pace, right? Because it's going downhill. It's a slippery slope, right? And that's where we're at now. This shit's going to pick up so fast. You've seen GE, General Electric, in Evendale, Ohio, which is right next to it, the next suburb over from Forest Park where I used to live. 750 employees did a walkout protesting vax mandates at General Electric. And good for them fuckers, man. Those people roll. I mean, look at what they're risking. I mean, I'm sure they're unions, so they're really probably not risking that much. But a lot of them dudes make $500,000 a year, $400,000 a year. Those engineers, the machinists down there make 150 grand a year. But it does no good for them to walk out when you are unwilling to walk out. Because you ever hear that if we don't stand, how's it go? We don't stand together. My bad. There it is, 2.4. I'm almost done with this. I want to Canon. What do we got here? Fram. Canon. Okay, they don't have a Fram number. These bastards. Oh, there it is. XG3614. There. XG3614. Give me a second. Let me find this. XG 35, 30. They don't have it. Are you serious? Kind of my luck, you know. Kind of should have expected it. Okay, so now here's what we do. We go back over here. Nope. And we find another one. That one's Fram. Let's try the regular Fram. See what we got going on there. Oh man, I lost my damn page. You believe that shit? Son of a bitch. I stuck something in it and it fell out. The time, this just going to pick up pace. Like I said, think about the last 2 years. The next two will be 5 times as bad. The following two will be 5 times as bad. And as long as people continue to fall in line, we're never going to win this. We have no chance in hell of winning this, of gaining any amount of our freedom back. Cleon Noir did a short video about, people celebrating bullets falling from the sky and hitting people, hitting houses and shit. There was 9 comments on it, so I felt the need to leave a comment to him, not bashing him, but just saying, hey, dude, look, here's how you're supporting the shit that you claim to be against. We have 2 basic kinds of people that I can see right now that you would think are by the political standards are on the right. You have it's God's plan people, which I can't stand. And then you have the self-proclaimed patriots. My bad. I'm trying to find this next number. It's TG3814. Let's try that. TG 33. What the fuck? I just need one. 3614. What did I say? Double check. Measure once, cut twice, right? How did it go? This is the wrong damn page anyway. Oh, it flipped as well. Stay there. Stay there. My bad, guys. I didn't mean to do this. As soon as I find this, my brain will be freed up for other things. And I do have some stuff I want to talk about. I just didn't mean to. Why the hell am I this EFG? Why does this book keep flipping pages on? Shit. Chrysler 2001. Oh no, we're almost done. I would have been done 5 minutes ago if they had the filter I needed, but so far I'm 2 swings and 2 strikes. I buy. Here's why I buy my filters and shit at Walmart. So the other day, the first time I changed the oil in my truck down here, it cost me over $100 to change the oil. I didn't buy anything special, just conventional oil and a filter. It was over $100. My truck takes about 3 gallons of oil. Um, the filter was 50 something dollars. Walmart sells them for $15. The same filter. So these are 36.14. So here's a. I should have. I don't know why I kept looking this up because I already knew this. So Fram, all their numbers are whether it's XG, a TG, a pH, the number's the same, right? I need to get another filter for my truck too, just to have. I need a fuel filter for it. What I need. I want to think those are expensive too at the part shop. I think it was $80 for a fuel filter for my truck. Let's see how much they are here. This is why. This is what but they're able to do this because they buy them with such massive numbers. It's the more you buy, the less you pay for it. Shit. So when they buy, you know, a pallet of oil filters for a 7.3 liter diesel, they get them cheaper than these other places. But you would think these auto parts stores buy enough of them to make up for that also. But it's about making money now, And as you see the price. It's the continuation of what's been going on for 2 decades. Prices of everything continue to rise, but wages stay stagnant. It's just there's no coming out of this. We're in the really fast paced downward slope of what's going on now. And I hope everybody comes out of it the way that they want to. I will. I'll be dead. That's my plan, to die, because they're not going to leave us alone. And when I say us, I mean anybody that just wants to be left alone. I still don't understand the logic behind these cops and the people that support them and all that. I'm never going to. We're never going to change their minds. As much as I would like to, as much time and effort that I've spent trying to, it's a losing battle. Yeah, I change people's minds. I know that there's people that I have changed that I've made open their eyes to what the police are. I know that. Think about the number of people I've reached though versus the number of people who see it. An example of this is it's how concrete people are in their views. Is that somebody told me the other day that this is end times. We're in end times. So why do you think that? Because the Bible says so. I was like, okay, so was the Christians under Stalin in end times, or under Mao in end times, or the other 100 times in history that things like this have happened? Were they in end times? Well, if you read Revelations, we're in end times. Go dust off your Bible. I love when people say stupid shit. Go dust off your Bible. And you know what? More power to you. Like I've said it before, if that's what you believe, more power to you. It makes you a better person. Please keep believing what you believe. But don't believe it blindly. If you have never seen God in your life, then you have blind faith in something. It's no different than what we see today. Trust the guys in white coats. It's blind faith. And people are too quick to use that as an excuse in order to do nothing. And that's what it is. Well, it's God's plan, so there's no sense in doing anything because his plan is for the shit to happen. No, his plan is for you to get off your ass and fight for the rights that he gave you. And because you're not doing that, what's the number of people? Let's go at this angle. Let's say that the Bible is 100% correct in that there is a heaven and hell, and certain people will go to hell and certain people will go to heaven. What is the threshold for heaven, for going to heaven? If you kill somebody, will you go to heaven? If you kill 100,000 people, will you go to heaven? If you don't kill people, but you support them being killed, will you go to heaven? If you support people's God-given natural rights being violated, will you go to heaven? I don't think as many Christians are going to heaven as they believe they are. And I say that because If God is going to accept you after you support people being their rights being violated, them being kidnapped, their property rights being violated, being murdered, um, by both police and by both and the system itself. If God is going to accept people that support those things, I don't want to go to heaven. Plain and simple. Yeah, I know that's like um, a cringe thing to say for most people, but it's just like the baby rapers. Well, if you ask for forgiveness, no bullshit. God ain't forgiving somebody's fucking kids. You know what I mean? Like it's just not happening. And if it does happen, what kind of God is that? That he creates this, aids in creating this beautiful child being made, and then some fucked up adult violates, everything good in that child. God's going to let somebody like that in heaven just because they say, "Oh, my bad, God." Even if they are truly sorry for what they've done, even if they are truly sorry for what they've done, no. I was in jail, and they used to do Sunday services. They bring these volunteer pastors would come in the pods and preach and shit. I'd always just stay in myself. I would never come out. But everybody else would because it was the crowd mentality. Everybody else is doing it, so I need to do it. Weirdest shit you ever seen. People in here snorting pills and talking about the old lady they robbed, and then they're going to church on Sunday and in jail of all places. A lot of people meet Jesus, and a lot of people find Jesus in jail, y'all. If you want to find Jesus, I know where he's at. He's at the county jail right now. You can go down there and you right there. But over time, the same pastor kept coming in our pod. I was there for 13 months, and finally one day he walks up to my cell and knocks on my cell door. I'm just sitting there reading a book, and he's like, "Hey," he's like, "Can I invite you to come downstairs?" I was like, "Yeah, you're welcome to invite me, but I'm not going to accept." He's like, "Why?" And I explained to him that you guys go into, I said, well, so if I do something immoral or that could potentially put me on hell's path, how do I get to heaven for that? It's like, well, you just have to ask God for forgiveness, accept God in your heart, and be saved. I was like, so I can choose to be saved. He's like, yeah. I was like, well, then I shouldn't have to make the choice. That don't make no sense. If I can choose to be saved, then I'm not really making it doesn't line up. It does. I shouldn't. Why do I have to be saved if I can choose to be saved? Well, it's not that. You just have to accept God into your heart, blah, 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 blah. So I asked it because next door was the PC pod. They keep all the little fuckers locked up so you can't get to them. And they would go in there and preach all the same bullshit. And I was like, so can those dudes over there get saved? And he's like, well, yeah. I was like, well, how do they do that? Well, they just have to ask for forgiveness. I was like, so they can fuck kids and then ask for forgiveness, and God's going to accept them and have, yes. So I have no use for it. I don't want to go to heaven. I'm cool. Thanks. Appreciate you inviting me. We go down there and, shake your snakes and shit. They were snake handlers, like for real snake handlers, but they didn't do it inside the jail. They were for real snake handlers. Fucking weird people, man. But that, and then, then we have the patriot community. We're patriots just because we say we're patriots and for no other reason. And I don't fly with that either. I'm not a hero because I say I'm a hero. I'm not a fucking rocket scientist because I say I'm a rocket scientist. Man, oil's got so expensive, man. They're not going to have what I need. They never do. Need 2050? They don't have it. Need 520? They don't have it. There's 530. It's going to run with 1030 if I can find it. Where's the 1030? High mileage. Hell yeah, that's what I need. It don't matter. It's all the same. Just put it in different. Tell you what I really need. I need to. You know what I want to make? I want to make a. Well, I guess they don't make shit like that. Then you have the people who just openly call for the destruction of the country, right? The country. And none of these people want to do anything but use the same system that they used to get us in the first place. That's their solution to the problem. Go out and vote. These are the people that said that the 2020 election was kidnapped, and then the same people were telling you to go out in Georgia and vote. Like once these people cheat, What's to stop them from cheating again? Nothing. So what's the point in dog food? What's the point in continuing to play their game if they're just going to cheat at the game? You know, when you're playing a game and when you're playing a game and people, I wonder how the little propane lanterns are. I wish I had one. If anybody's got an old lantern, one of them old white gas lanterns, um, old Coleman lanterns. If anybody has one of those that with the glass and shit that you want to get rid of, please let me know. I'd like to have one. But you know, when you're playing a game and the person you're playing against makes the rules, but they don't only make the rules, they pay for the rules to be enforced, but not enforced on them. You can't win that game. You just can't win it. And I don't know why people bother to get to like dog food. Shelves are empty too. But, I mean, all the dog food shelves are empty. I forget what kind of food my dogs eat. I know it's pedigree. Is my wife in here? Sorry, guys. Hey, wife, you in here? If anybody knows my wife, hey, Breathing Sunshine. How you doing, Breathing Sunshine? Sam many would do much in his name, and that he would not know them. One has to be properly born again and Christ to be saved. Yeah, like I'm not sure that. Okay, so here becomes my question about this. Then you know my feeling about the Bible. Here becomes my question about this. If I live my life and I genuinely try to do good, I genuinely try to help people and live a good life, I have to, and I believe in you know, I believe in Jesus, right? That's not enough. That's not, you know, having a belief isn't. If you truly believe, you know, what does that mean? I mean, I'm only asking because saved means so many different things, right? So you, like you just said, you had to be born again in Christ, and um, my ex-wife, her family are missionary Baptist, hardcore missionary Baptist. So hardcore, in fact, that her dad would be in the pulpit preaching on Wednesdays and Sundays and watching porn and drinking Jack on Tuesdays and Fridays. And I'm not being funny. Like, that's for real shit. So, like, they turned me away from the whole religion thing. Plus, I was raised Catholic, you know what I mean? And my religion, you know, with my God, which is the same Jesus as your Jesus, we just have about 7 more books in our Bible, and we can uh, drink liquor and get hookers and snort cocaine and gamble. Um, but in my religion, like you could literally die with a hooker in your lap, a bottle of Jack in one hand, an ounce of coke in the other, while making a bet, and you're still going to heaven. Like for real. Um, well, no, you can't. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you have all the pastors that are raping little boys and shit that you know that they're still going to. Hey, Liberty Chick, which food do I get? Is it the puppy growth and protection? Because I know we get the other shit. We don't get the. That's the only one they have for uh, puppies. They have this right here. You see? Uh, this is the one they have. They have this one. It's a small bag, but that's all they have for the puppy stuff. They don't have the shit we usually get, unless that's the stuff we usually get. I just don't know. It could be very well possible because I'm a dumbass. But man, I wish I had some of these skids. Some of these real nice skids. There's a place down the street that makes some of these stuff. What is that? The one woman in the church? Here. What did y'all want? If you believe in nothing, you will fall for anything. Religion is a cult. I do believe that. I do believe that religion is a cult. Get that? All right. I do believe that religion is a cult to a certain degree. I mean, it's we're all in cults. So, what is the root word of culture? Cult. We'll set this right here. Oh, well, maybe I won't. We'll try to sit it right here anyway. It's going to continue to try to slide on me. I'm standing. All right, dog food, liquid energy in the form of Mountain Dew, Bram, oil. I think I got everything. My shopping trip is about to conclude. Just like that cop that came to my house yesterday. Guarantee you that he is a Christian, but then he wears the uniform of his true God, government, and enforces his true God's rule. He puts man law above God law. So if you put, my question is this, and this is what I'm getting to in all this. If you do everything right, oh my bad, scratch that. If you live your life according to the religion as you know it, on the backside of that, though, you're supporting the violation of people's rights, them being murdered. Is God still going to accept you in heaven? Right? All these people that claim to be saved, that support cops, I don't like, they're not going to heaven. I'm sorry. The thinking about this is trying kind of change the way that I think about certain things. So, like the 144,000 on the hill that's going to be fighting, right? What if, because of the indoctrination that we know, there's only going to be 144,000 people in total that go to heaven? Probably not, because I know there's going to be more than that, because they're fighting for. I know. Same point though. Like, all these people around me, they're all going to hell and don't even know it. Don't even know why, and they're going to hell because they've allowed their belief systems to be altered by evil. My umbrella probably going to strike for this. I thought I had got my strike for excuse me, something else. I thought it was for medical misinformation. I don't know what it's for. I guess it was for an old video. I haven't even looked, to be honest with you. But I really don't give two shits. I think I'm not burning Freedom Inc. to the ground anyway. So if I stop posting over there, the channel disappears. I'll change this channel name, avatar, and shit to what it is, to Freedom Inc. and start from here, because I have a bunch. Here's why. My I could go through and just start kicking the subscribers off, blocking them, which would take me forever, because the vast majority of my subscribers are not my subscribers. They're other people's subscribers and I said one thing that they agreed with. One thing. And you never see them. There's, about 40 people or so, 50 people that are here regularly. There's maybe 100 people that are here often. Maybe 200 that's here occasionally, and the rest of them are just here. They're not even here. You'd never see them, because I don't talk in a way that, I don't make big production videos, do a lot of editing and hit all the talking points and praise, whoever. Um, I don't know. I'm just conflicted about it, in all honesty, and what to do about it. I started that channel with a goal in mind, and I've come to realize there's no way to achieve that goal. It's impossible. And it's impossible not because I haven't done most of what I could to complete that goal, but because people are just unwilling to follow. They're just unwilling to open their eyes, in all honesty. They don't want to see the truth, and because they're too convinced that they know it, right? They've been told, so they know. Just like with the Bible, you cannot tell me that the Bible has not been altered by man, even if it was one word, even if it was one sentence or one verse. You cannot tell me that in the last 600 years of the Bible being in the English language, which I think the first English language Bible, if I'm not mistaken, was in. I know it was the first one copyright was in the 1460s. And the Queen copyrighted it because, the Bible's the all-time best-selling book in the world ever. It's been more copies of the Bible sold than any other book in the world. And with each one being different than the last one because of those copyright laws, how much is that actually true? I would like to see a copy of the original text. The King James 16:1 King James 16:11. I'm sorry, is allegedly a Bible that is the closest to the original text. I have a question. Has anybody ever tried these hearts? They look exactly like the ones that are at. They look exactly like the ones that are at Harbor Freight. Look at these idiots. They put the fucking battery on here. Are you serious? I'm not going to take it off. Look at the batteries. I just Google still. They look exactly like the ones that are at Harbor Freight, and they're 20 volt. The reason I'm asking how good they are is because of this. I'm not going to buy any because I already have tools, but I break tools all the time also. So I'm always interested in new tools. But this at Home Depot is $500 for the DeWalt one. Oh shit! The 20 volt DeWalt one is $500. It's $140 here. $140, and it's 20 volt. I wonder who makes this. Who makes the parts for this? I wonder if it's the same ones that are at Harbor Freight, because I have a drill from Harbor Freight and I use the shit out of that thing, and it hasn't let me down yet. So I may stop buying the high dollar tools now that I already have most of them. And because if I can buy all these tools for the price of this, which is the price of a DeWalt, I just bought a DeWalt Sawzall. It was almost $200. And this comes with 2 batteries, a 1.5 amp hour, a 4 amp hour, and then I think the batteries are super cheap too. And I looked at those batteries the other day, and they're the exact same battery as the ones at Harbor Freight. Okay, I'm done here. I got shit to do. So that, I guess, can you be good if you support evil? Maybe that's what I should have named this. And if you do shit like, let's just say, like wearing a mask. There's a good one. You're told you have to do it, and you do it. So the choice has now been taken out of that. Your free will has now been taken out of that, which God gave you your free will. So you're putting man's law above God's law again. How far is God willing to let you go before he says, you ain't coming here? I think that, if you look at the Old Testament, it was, an eye for an eye. The New Testament's about turning the other cheek, right? Let them hit you again. They hit you the first time, fuck it, let them hit you again. I'm not that guy. I hate all this. I hate fucking this dude's my money. It's okay. No, I was going to get something else, but it's all right. I feel like I need something. We do. We do need something. I need batteries. That's what I forgot. Forgot batteries. We got some rechargeable batteries. If anybody knows a good brand of rechargeable battery, please let me know, or let Christy know, because we bought rechargeable batteries for our headlamps because I use headlamps every day now because I'm out working in the dark until midnight. Some nights, 3 in the morning. Some nights. We bought some. They were Energizer ones, I believe, and they suck, man. I mean, they suck completely suck. Where do they put batteries? I shouldn't come to the store without a woman. Without my woman. She knows where everything's at. Oh, there they are. They're in the middle of the aisle. What's the best brand of battery? Anybody know? I use Energizer, but I don't know if they're any better than Duracell. 18. How many? $18. There's a bunch of them. Jesus Christ, this shit things are expensive. And they won't last but 2 days. Not the whole pack, just batteries in general. Who don't want to harass this person? So, if here, should do all the shit right here. They like to do a lot of talking down here. You stand here for 5 minutes. They're over here kicking with friends and shit.
And all of us too, right, Rita?
Sorry, give me a
we
second.
We all love each other, don't we? Isn't that right, girl? What? We all love each other, don't we? Oh yeah. Yeah, we all family. Might as well be, anyways.
Spectacular. Can you wear your scanner, your hand scanner?
Yeah. Yeah, dog food and pork and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Mentos.
Yeah. Things on the bottom. No, you're good.
There you go.
Oh, please, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I know, like, I ain't no barricade garage. I ain't no Ray Ray. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna stay. Jesus Christ. Getting robbed without a gun even being used. Look at that. I just licked my finger after touching all kinds of dirty, nasty stuff today. Well, there's 100. How much is it? 102? The fuck was $102?
Probably the oil and stuff.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. You're right. I'm just talking to myself. No, it ain't you. When I get robbed, I like to get robbed with a gun to my head. You know, it doesn't feel the same if I'm, just getting extorted without. What the fuck did you just say? Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
Always, you too. We have spectacular days. I feel like, oh shit, I'm forgetting something. Cigarettes. I don't even smoke cigarettes. Watch this. I already paid for the shit. God, I don't want to get to that far. Okay, we're gonna do this. Oh, I'm sorry. I ran into an old lady if I had an accident. I guess you can buy cigarettes in any one of these aisles. They want you to go through the self-checkout for cigarettes. I just refuse to do it. I'm not self-checking shit out. Nothing. It costs jobs, but of course now they have this shit where you can pick it up outside. You can order and pick it up outside, and I have mixed feelings about that too. I think that's just plumb laziness. Why don't you just have them bring it to your door? Oh, they do that too now, right? Maybe we can just get them to come in and cook. That'll be next, where you just order. You can do nothing but order out. That will be next. Nothing but order food out, eat out. Wouldn't surprise me, because that's what we're getting closer to. Was you grew your food, then once you buy your food, you go to the store and buy your food. Now you can call and order your food. They'll have it ready for you, and they'll put it in your car for you. You can even have it delivered to your home now. So you see the path that we're working on there, right? The next step is for them to make the food for you, and you pick it up. Drive-through, they're already doing that. Or you order the food and they deliver it. They're already doing that shit too. And with the food shortages that don't exist, ask CNN and ABC and Fox News. It won't be long before your options for what you like to eat. If you like to eat steak, you better be eating that shit now, because a couple of years from now, you're probably not going to be able to eat very much steak. There'll be some like 3D printed bullshit or something. The things you see, the places you go. You know what I mean? My wife would have murdered me if I forgot cigarettes. She needs to quit smoking. Y'all need to go get on my wife's ass and tell her to quit smoking cigarettes. I'm going to try to quit vaping, but I gotta want to, and I want to try to start running again, at least a little bit, maybe jogging, light jogs. Try to get my wind back up, because I'm not in fighting shape by any means, and I need to be. And I know I need to be. I just haven't had time today. Goddamn, it's not time to get trash out, lady. Straight up. Somebody was complaining the other day. So Southern Prepper one, I watch it occasionally because sometimes he has some good information. He makes a video the other day about his wife going to Walmart to pick up some food. There's some dude out there in a white van that's cussing these people out, banging on windows, all kinds of shit. Go watch his last video yesterday. You'll see it. Hold on one second.
$40 gift card. Anyway,
so his wife texts his wife was his wife feared so much for these people's lives because of this man that was acting crazy, in his words, that she texted a cop they know on the force. She didn't call 911. She didn't call the cops. She texted a cop she knows on the force because, she thought this guy was actually going to hurt these people. So I left a comment. I'm like, dude, you guys have, how are you talking about this man this way? First of all, you don't know the man. Second of all, you don't know what he's been through. This could be the third or fourth time that he's rescheduled a pickup, and he's fucking had enough. He's already paid his money. They have his money. He just wants what he ordered. I don't blame him. When you pay for a service, you should get the service. If you don't get the service, I'd be mad as hell too. Hello. Can I have 2 packs of Marble Lights in a box, please?
Yeah, check out. I work the self.
I don't self checkout.
We can't do it over here.
Oh, you can't. You can do it.
No, they have the key over there.
I know where the key is at. I'm aware of it.
But we can't do it over here. You have to go through self checkout to get it.
All right. Well, that's not how it is, just so you know. But okay, I want to go to self checkout, and not. I know. I'm aware of that. I'm not aware of how long you worked here, but it's policy, right? They definitely can do it. We just fucking did it the other day. The other day we went to the checkout, so now you got to go through self checkout to get cigarettes. Here they ring your cigarettes up for you, and they hold them. They stand there and hold them until you pay for them. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen. Like, these people in this town, or this store specifically, I need 2 packs of Marlboro Lights in a box, please. Like, look at this thing. These self-checkouts. They're going to do with the people checking out. I mean, look, this one person right here on the phone not doing a job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's about 15 registers here. So you take one person who now takes the place of 14 other people because you help them out, right? I don't care, wherever. So in case you guys didn't see this on TikTok, I'm going to show you something. If you were dumb enough to use the self-checkout at Walmart.
It's not all.
Holy fuck. It's always something.
I got you.
Here, come over here. Come on. Come over here. Put this back. Get one of these. My bad, guys. I know this is not very entertaining or talkative or whatever. I just want that it's here.
No.
There you go. Christ. No, they don't make you do anything. You choose to do it. It's a choice.
No, it's a law.
No, it's right. Right. State law strictly prohibits the sale of tobacco products and vape products for smoking paraphernalia to persons under the age of 21. But if you know I'm of age, that's not law. It's a choice. Can you ring that up for me too? I don't self check out. I try not to come down here. Believe it or not, I'm doing it for you. Thank you. But I want to show you all something real quick. If you do self check out, you'll find this interesting. Maybe. Sorry, let's try to make this happen. Instead of putting all your pennies in one at a time, your change. You can just dump it all in instead of putting it in one at a time. I don't even like using these machines. I think next time I'm going to push them to check me out and out. So I don't have to do this shit. Thank you. Yep, you too. It's a law. It's a law. They got to look at your ID. Even though they know you're of age, they got to look at your ID because it's law. And people are so stupid. It's like that bitch down there. We can't. I've been here 39 years. Oh my God. Can you imagine working at Walmart for 39 fucking years. Jesus Christ. And my Walmart must be doing something right. Oh, Southern Prepper One. So Southern Prepper One goes on to say that he knows somebody at Walmart or something like that. And they called him and they told him about what happened. And the lady's like, yeah, we're overworked and underpaid. And he was talking about that. Like, dude, that's not news. Like, Walmart employees have been complaining about being overworked and underpaid for 3-4 decades now. And it's just, I don't know. I don't even know the point I was trying to make. Just how, he is one of those dudes in a way that wants to be free, right? He says he does. But then his wife called the cops on somebody or texted the cops she knew because she feared for somebody's life, which, like I told you, it was an unwarranted fear. And again, he says, if I was there, I'm glad I wasn't there because I probably would have said something to the guy that was acting. And his was crazy. But I said, no, you wouldn't have. You would have done exactly what your wife did. Your wife did that because you do that. Because that's what you would do. Your wives do what their husbands would do. I'm sorry. You get in a stressful situation, ladies. I'm sorry. You all can't think for the most part. It's a blanket statement, I know, and I know that it's not for everybody. I know that there are some women in stressful situations they can think. For the most part, they can't. Women freak out in stressful situations. So when a stressful situation arises, what they default to is what they know that their mate would do. Yeah. Yeah. If they default to anything. A lot of times they just freak out. Like Christy. You think like somebody getting shot when that dude got shot and we were helping him out. Like when that shit happens, I kind of get focused. You know what I mean? I get like, here's the task. Dude's got holes in him. Let's get the holes plugged up until we can get him better medical care. Christy freaks out. Oh my God, there's blood. There's about to be a dead body. We can't help him. What if he dies? We're working on him. I'm just kidding. Christy did really good. She did freak out though when that happened. And a lot of people would freak out, even dudes. There was like 20 people filming the shit. A bunch of them dudes. Not one jumped in to help out. I don't know if it's because they didn't know what to do, maybe, or they were scared. A lot of people are scared to help out in stressful situations because it plays a big part of it is that they don't know what to do. Another part of that is that they are just fearful. Just like, there's some people that are fearful of dead bodies. Like you couldn't put them in a room with a dead body because they would be so frightened because there's a dead body in the room. I don't think I'm one of those people. I could be one of those people. Maybe to a certain degree, I'm one of those people. I would be uncomfortable, but I wouldn't be scared. But women, everything is an attack now. Everything is the end of the world now. Everything is. So I got to shut my truck. I got to push right there because it's not split. It's not split up. All right, if they can't afford to put cart corrals out in the middle of the parking lot, I'm not putting it back in the cart corral. Sorry, Walmart employees. I gotta get new. My vape keeps messing up. I'm gonna have to start smoking again. Whoa, shit. Y'all carry water filters and stuff in your cars? And like, not bug out bags, but like get home bags, water filters, and just whatever you need. We do. Yep. Water filter right here. Oh, life straw. So I think it's a mini life straw. Sawyer. This is a Sawyer. This little Sawyer I paid $18 for will filter up to 100,000 gallons of water. How many gallons of water do you think you drink in your lifetime? Anyway, that goes right here. That way, if we was ever dying of thirst, where the water filter's at. I got a bag too, but when I'm out about town, I don't carry it with me. I carry it with me when I go on trips, but not when I'm just going to town. I'm not going to die right here. I need to get home. People had this fantasy, we're stuck in the fantasy land of shit hits the fan, right? Everybody has their fantasy of what's going to happen, like the bug out people. We're going to bug out. To where? Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go to get away from what's after you? Nowhere. That's where. Nowhere. Bugging out is the fantasy, man. It's the fantasy of the. I'm not saying like leaving and going to another place. I'm talking about these people that are true, like EMP, car stop in the road. We have to get away from civilization in order to survive. Bug out. Cabin in the middle of the Rockies. Bug out. Those people. It's a fantasy, and everybody has their own fantasy. That's what shit. That's what SHTF is. It's fantasy land. None of that shit's ever going to happen. What will happen, however, is our government's going to continue to be more corrupt. It's going to continue to violate the rights of the people. Those fuckers are going to continue to steal from us and gain wealth, until the end of mankind for their lineage. And people are going to do nothing about it. I mean, look at this town. This town, how small it is. I don't know how many people there is. I think there's 10,000 people in Benton County, Tennessee. There might be 30 cops in total, if you count sheriffs. 30 people. Oh, wait, hold on. This gets better. And then there's one cop, or 2 or 3 people, chief of police, sheriffs, that control those people. And what controls those sheriffs and the chiefs of police is the same thing that tries to control you and I: media, television, programming, indoctrination. You can't tell me that what's happening today, and I'm not just talking about this C virus thing, I'm talking about people not understanding basic things, not knowing what rights are, not understanding what freedom is. You can't tell me that that wasn't a planned attack by somebody 150 years ago. You can't tell me. I mean, history repeats itself because you have these families who, for recorded history, have had the funds, the ability to manipulate politics in every country around the world. That's why history repeats itself. They keep, perfecting it. And we're all that's left. This country's it. We're the only ones that even have the illusion of freedom left. And we're losing it. We're giving it away because we're scared. We're afraid to die or to go to jail or to lose our shit or to lose our job or to have to ask for help. Whatever that fear is, we're all scared. And those who are not, who don't have fear of that stuff, can't act because they're alone. It's pointless. It's pointless, especially when the enemy has hundreds of thousands of people lined up to take the place of whatever enemy that you get rid of. Right? It's all kinds of shit in my nose, man. You don't tell me, assholes. You don't leave your buddy with a booger hanging out of his nose. I was in your bigger boogers out of my nose. It's awesome. So what rednecks do? Should have let y'all watch it, huh? You guys would have enjoyed seeing it, huh? Peterbilt. I don't know why, but I keep having this fantasy about driving tractor trailers. I had my Class A's at one time, sort of. I say sort of because I went and got my license. At the time, I didn't have the $100 or whatever it was to get my license. And I went to jail. And your test scores expire in 90 days, so mine expired. Go figure, huh? I don't know.
just live the best life you can, because I'm not sure there's any stopping this. I'm not sure that I'm willing to invest any more of my time to being stressed out about people being unwilling to fight for their freedom or their children's freedom. You know, look how bad we have it. How bad are our kids going to have it? It's going to be horrible, man. You know, look at that. Look at some of the worst countries in this world today. And compound that, and you're going to have our children are going to have. And we might as well look at them and tell them that we just don't care about them. We don't love you. You know, you're so important to me. I'm unwilling to fight for you. And that's what it is. People are afraid. You have government that's insulated itself through laws and building these armies, and then you have the people who more than half of them support these armies, and the other half are scared to death. But everybody's afraid of them. That's why. Tell me who in this chat. Well, there's going to be somebody, because it doesn't bother me anymore. When a cop pulls up behind you at a stoplight or gets behind you on the road, your asshole fucking. It hold 40 pounds of air pressure. How tight your ass gets. Even if you're not doing anything wrong, that should tell you something. That's your natural instincts telling you something. It's not that all these are good popo. No, the fucking assholes are horrible. They're everything that the men who created this country fought against. Everything. But how do you convince massive numbers of people of that? They won't listen to you. That wedge has been driven between us. The indoctrination has taken over, and you're a libtard. You talk about abolishing the police. That's immediately what they default to. Immediately, every time. Oh, you're some leftist. And it's a shame that people won't listen. So we know that we can't change those minds now. We know we can't change those minds now. So should we waste time trying to do it? And where does that leave us? I'm telling you, if we don't figure out a way, I'll move again. I don't give a shit. If we don't figure out a way to build communities of people that refuse to be ruled over, we're never going to win this. Never. Our kids won't even have the illusion of freedom. And I want them to be free. Damn, I swallowed a whole Mentos. Note to self, don't talk while eating Mentos. I literally just swallowed a whole Mentos until my mouth and one is gone. And I'm kind of mad because I didn't get to taste it. Anyway, guys, the virus is real. It's all this stuff I've talked about. The virus is evil. That's what it really is. Evil's the true virus. I'm not talking biblical evil necessarily. Just evil men and women who are power-hungry pricks. Anyway, take it safe. Have a good day. Stay armed. Value your liberty over your life. What does that actually mean? Value your liberty over your life. It means you're going to be at liberty to do whatever you choose. And then if somebody tries to kidnap you or kill you for doing it, you're willing to accept death over bending over and bowing to what you're told to do. You're willing to fight for your liberty even before you would your life. Because without it, is life worth living? Is life really worth living? You figured out that, you know, how controlled you were in the system. So you're 100% in the system, and you figure out how much you're controlled by that system. Is life worth living? Is your life really, truly worth living now? I would say that mine's not, except for my kids. If it wasn't for my kids and my wife, I mean, I can't say that. Anyway, stay armed and stay safe, people. And we have to figure out a way to come together in communities, of tight-knit communities of people that have the same goal, are focused on the same thing, and just refuse to be ruled over. You know, I get burying your guns to a certain degree. If you got a multiple guns, I get, you may have bury one just in case. I understand. But burying them just to hang on to, you would kill somebody breaking in your home. Pretend that you're sitting on your couch, right? You just happen to have a AR-15 in your arms, or sitting in your lap, and somebody kicks the door in. What do? Now imagine they have a government costume on. What do? Most people have two different answers for that. That's how fucked up they are. The way to think it is. Bob Saget died. You see that? Bob. Anyway, I got to go. I'm going to report my house, on my road. You all stay safe.